Hello everybody and welcome back to a new brick haul on my channel. Today, well, a new bricklaying order, new day, new bricklaying order. So let's have a look at what we have inside of here. Sorry about that. So let's start with a ton of tan plates. If you've watched previous episodes, previous videos, then you know that these are for my elevated railway building. So let's put those aside. Same as these tan modified bricks, also for that building, for the facade to be precise, you know, just stack some tiles and other stuff on top of that there. And we have some light bluish gray bricks in here, which are for some Monster Fighters mods. That's all I'm going to disclose for now. Next up, some more light bluish gray bricks for the same purpose. Then next up, some more light and dark bluish gray bricks. We have some arches, we have some slopes for the exact same reason. So I can already disclose that every dark and light bluish gray part in this video is somehow related to the Monster Fighters theme and to some modifications and maybe some mocks. So, well, wait and see. And some modified plates with the jumper there in tan for, well, for my elevated railway building. Next up, we have a lot of white stuff here. White plate, white stuff. That sounded wrong. Please don't cancel me, YouTube. Please don't take me down for that. I meant some white plates, and if you look closely, some of them are not that white anymore. Some of them are actually pretty yellowed, which is why they were pretty cheap. And a lot of times, I just need some plates. Doesn't matter which color, doesn't matter which size, doesn't matter which condition. So buying those cheap used ones is pretty good, because sometimes, as I've said, I just need some plates to stack them underneath a floor for a new building to prevent that from well, drifting off the edge of tiles there. So yeah, pretty convenient to have a bunch of those in stock. Talking about having in stock, well, as of this video, as of now, I have a lot of prison legs in stock. So as you know, well, my city is full of criminals, and some of them just get out of the hole, just get out of the prison, and they still run around in prison jackets, prison shirts, but a lot of them don't have the proper leg wear. To be precise, they have black legs, white legs, dark bluish gray legs, and these striped ones are just more appropriate. So I will be replacing them with those in the future. And then one lonely pair of legs of the CMF Butcher minifigure. I have bought a ton of torsos from that minifigure quite a while ago, and well, the seller had no legs for those torsos, so here is at least one pair of legs for that torso. I can show you what I mean. That is the torso, and these are the legs. Well, you know what I mean. So one is better than none. Next up, we have some trans clear bricks. Always good when you have to build a window front or something like that, and you don't want to use the Lego windows, or they are just too small or whatever. It's always they come in quite handy. So bought a couple of those. Next up, we have, well, talking about windows, right? We have a lot of door frames and some doors in white, and also some window frames in reddish brown, which are for, you could have guessed, for that elevated railway building. And, well, not to be overseen, not to be overlooked, I have bought another aircraft piece for my vintage aircraft mod. No, it's a mock, actually. We can call it a mock. It's a mock. And yeah, just bought that one because, well, as it is with aircraft, if you don't use any of the pre-formed parts, such as this one, it's going to be very tricky to, well, get the shapes right and get the size right, the proportions and stuff like that. So glad to have that in stock now. Well, the field is clearing, the air is clearing, and I have a lion head in tan. I don't know where that was used, in which sets. I think in one of the sets of the 2002 studio line, where they had a small pharaoh tomb. I think that was used there, but apart from that, I know that this one was used in light bluish gray with the 2011 Kingdom's Castle, but in tan, I don't know where that was used except for that studio set. But I'm probably, not sure, but probably going to use that with my Elevate rival building as well. So as you can see, a lot for that building, but that also needs a lot of stuff. Now some minifigure stuff. As you can see, a train conductor's torso. Well, the classic, the old one, which was in use. I think they have discontinued that, but it was in use for over 10 years, I think. And some female heads, some hair pieces in red, some other heads. They were cheap, and one way or another, they will be quite usable. And then the GCPD Commissioner Gordon torso of the Batman movie. That is actually the torso of Barbara Gordon, but I think that is quite nice. I like the prints on the arms, on the shoulders there. That looks nice. So maybe I just got a new torso for my police commissioner. Who knows? But I just wanted to have that in my collection because, well, like I've said, I think that is a pretty nice torso. And, well, almost last but not least, I have bought this relatively new piece. It's a relatively new part. I think it was introduced a couple of years ago, but hasn't appeared in that many sets. I think it first appeared in a Harry Potter CMF minifigure, Blind Bag, and now in the recently, well, in last year's Orient Express train. And yeah, it's a more fancy drink glass, real fancy one. Reminds me of the one of the, well, very famous Leonardo DiCaprio Gatsby meme that looks just like that glass from that scene. So maybe I will do something with that, similar to that scene. And last but not least, a motorcycle. You know, I like motorcycles, and motorcycles have been a more used means of transportation in the 1920s than nowadays, I think. So if you couldn't afford a car in the 1920s, which wasn't that rare that you couldn't afford one, you often could afford a motorcycle, you know, and it's still faster to get around, to get from A to B than on foot or on bicycle. So a motorcycle was very convenient back in the day, and that is why I like having a couple of motorcycles in my city. And this one is actually in dark green, so a color which I haven't had before in my city. So I'm glad to have that added to my collection now. And that is it for today's brick haul already. So let me know what you think about all those new parts in the comments down below. Till then, have a good day, have a great time, and I see you in the next video. Bye.